It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am going to offer you a beautiful and gentle yoga class today. So all you need is a chair, preferably one without arms on the side of it. And then if you're comfortable, maybe kick off your shoes. You can keep your sock feet. And we're just going to take a moment to sit here nice and calm. You don't have to change anything about your posture. Go ahead and just lean back against the back of your chair. And you can close your eyes or have a soft gaze towards the floor. Let those arms just rest in your lap. And take just a moment here to notice any sounds around you. And then turning that awareness of hearing, of sound to your breath. So just listening to your breath as you inhale and exhale. You can keep the breath through the nose if that's okay. Again, you don't have to change anything about your posture, just listening, tuning in to the sound of your inhales and exhales. And take just a moment to see how you're feeling in your physical body. So just starting down at the soles of your feet and kind of letting that awareness just come all the way up your body, all the way to the crown of your head, noticing any places that hold tension, discomfort, dis-ease. And then we'll take an inhale. Slowly let the eyes flutter open. And we're going to change some things about how we're sitting and get a little bit deeper into that physical body. So we're going to start by coming forward on our chairs. Make sure you leave yourselves plenty of room so that you feel nice and stable. And those knees are going to come to 90 degrees. So the knee is right over the ankle. And again, no awareness or no of sending the spine up. Just keep that regular, as we'd call regular posture. So just whatever that means for you. And close your eyes again. Let those hands rest in the lap. And come back to the sound of your inhales and exhales. Notice the speed or the slowness of the breath. And give it one more. So keeping your eyes closed or soft gaze towards the floor, go ahead and start to press that tailbone into the floor, ripple up through your spine, send the crown of your head up towards the sky. And take an inhale. And then exhale, return to your normal posture. So let everything just kind of round, slump back down, if you will. We're in Alabama, I can say slump. Take an inhale, reach through the crown of the head, stretch the spine, press the tailbone in, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and roll back down, regular posture. Notice how everything becomes more constricted. Take an inhale, reach the crown and the tailbone, opposite directions, and then exhale, hold the spine, fully releasing the breath. Inhale, so much more space. And exhale, let it go. And give yourself one more round, just like that. Now give yourself that scan from the soles of the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. See if anything feels a little bit more engaged, finding your places of power and strength within right there in the center of your body. We'll flutter those eyes back open. We're going to take the arms and let them come down on either side of the hips. You can shake out the hands. Keep the length through the spine, and the chin is coming in towards the chest just a little bit so that the crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. Let's start to create a little bit of movement through the spine. So imagine if you were skipping, you'd send one arm back and then the other. So keeping the long spine, just moving from side to side. Noticing as the exhale presses out of the body. And if you start to feel tired, slow it down. We've got 2 more breaths. Let the hands come down next to either side, shake them out. Beautiful. All right, bring the hands back to the knees. We're gonna, now that we've warmed up those shoulders a little bit, we're gonna stretch them out just a little bit more. So start to shimmy those feet away nice and wide and press the tailbone into the floor, reach through the crown of the head. Take an inhale and then exhale, start to dip this right shoulder down through the center of your body. You're gonna feel an amazing stretch just right there in the back of that right shoulder blade. See if you can tuck the chin into the chest, deepening that stretch through the back of the neck. Breathe here. And take an inhale. And exhale, slowly start to roll that right shoulder up and then square the shoulders where they're towards the front of the room. Reach through the crown of the head, take an inhale. And then exhale, let's dip this left shoulder down. Just feeling what's right there. And then bringing the chin in towards your chest just a little bit more to deepen the stretch. Keep the breath. Notice the constriction in the breath as you fold forward. We've got one more. Take an inhale. And then exhale, slow rise. Centering the shoulders. Centering the breath. Keep those knees wide. Let the arms rest down onto the tops of the legs. And reach to the crown of the head. Take an inhale. And then exhale, start to send the gaze over near that right shoulder. So gaze can stay forward, but the nose turns towards that right shoulder. Just breathe in and out right here, 2 breaths. So there's a stretch through that left collarbone here. Inhale. Let's take it all the way through center with the nose. So just gaze can follow, just moving to the opposite side. And finding your edge there, keeping the length through the spine. Give it 2 breaths. Inhale. Bringing the nose back towards the front of the room, or maybe not the front of the room, but towards me. Shimmy those legs back together. Scoot back on your chair just a little bit so you feel nice and stable. Knees and legs stay at 90 degrees. Reach through the crown of the head. Bring those hands back down on either side of the hips. Take an inhale and then reach the arms and the gaze up. And exhale, let the hands come back into a T, starting to fold forward. The torso is just going to come and rest right there on the top of your legs. And the back rounds, the arms hang down towards the floor. Notice the constriction of the breath, even though you're trying to breathe into that upper back body. One more breath.
Take an inhale. And exhale, slowly roll up. You can let those hands and those arms hang heavy until you come all the way back down onto your bony part of your booty. And then just roll those shoulders back. Let the shoulder blades come together, palms face forward, lift the chin. Big arch in the back, reaching the fingertips behind you, stretch through the front of the throat. And then slowly bringing that spine back into neutral. Hands come down and rest gently on your knees. All right, so this next one would be a lot more challenging if we were really standing. So be glad that we're sitting right now. So all we're going to do is we're going to take an inhale and lift onto the balls of the feet and lift the palms with them face down, lift the hands up to your shoulders. And then exhale, start to lower the feet, send the palms forward. Start to create movement that's connected to your breath as you inhale up, pressing through the balls of the feet, and then exhale back down. So make it as flowy as you choose, inhaling, reaching up. Now exhale, reaching down. And if it feels okay, when those hands come down, you can even let you lift the balls of the feet come onto the heels. So you're deepening that stretch to the front of the legs. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And give it 2 more breaths. Last one. Beautiful. So take an inhale, reach those hands back up with the fingertips pointing down. You're on the balls of the feet. Lift the hands until you find your edge. So maybe they even come all the way up, but wherever you find that spot. And then press your tailbone into the floor. It'll rock your pelvis forward just a little bit. You'll feel your core engage. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, start to lean forward with the upper body. Keep on the balls of the feet. We'll feel a stretch through the low back. Breathe. Fingertips are still down. We're getting a stretch all the way from the fingertips down the top of the forearms. Everything's engaged here. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands start to come down, feet come down. Let those hands hang heavy on either side of the hips and shake out the arms. All right. Our next one is to take an inhale and reach those arms into a T. Check that you feel stable through those feet connected to the floor. And then reach through the crown of the head, finding the link through the spine. So we're going to start to tilt from side to side, but we're not trying to move our weight where you feel like you're rolling up on one hip. I'll show you. So we're just going to tilt over to one side and then over to the next. So we're actually freeing up some joints that we don't normally get to here through the shoulders, through some of the hips. You'll even hear it in the back of your neck. And if you feel like you're coming off on one hip, ground the hips into the mat, or not into the mat, into your chair. So you're actively pressing down through the low body into your seat and just moving the upper half. You'll start to feel a little bit of tiredness through the upper arms and the shoulders. Give it 2 more breaths. And then we'll let those arms drop, shake them out. Moving forward just a little bit on your seat, we'll try to do a seated coat hanger twist. So inhale to one side and then to the other, just being mindful of what's behind you. Don't run your arm into the chair and hurt yourself, but just warming up to that T-spine. Give it 1 more round. Bringing those hands next to the hips. We'll take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up.
And then exhale to give yourself that forward fold, releasing anything that may have shown up in the low back. Noticing the constriction of the breath, even as it makes its way up to the upper back body. Take an inhale here. And exhale, slow rise, bringing yourself back up. And let the hands come and rest gently in the lap. We're going to do one more. We're going to add in warrior two. So take your right leg and open it to the side. And then you've got two options here. You can take the back leg and make it where the left knee is pointing down towards the floor with your back on the toes of that left foot. But if that's too much, you can stay there, or if you want more, you can send that back leg back. Now, right now, our hips are pointing forward towards our knee, but for warrior two, we need to open the hips. So slide where that left foot can come down behind you and feel that opening through the hips. You might not even need to add in arms. You're just going to feel some goodness right there. So the shoulders are aligned over the hips are open. If you'd like to add in arms, just bring them into a T and then send your nose towards that middle finger on your right hand. And breathing in and out. If you choose to keep that knee down, that's fine. You just won't feel as much of a opening through the hips. Give it one more breath. All right. Slowly starting to bring that leg back in so that you can find the top of that left foot. Tried to bring my mat with me. We'll go all the way over to the other side. All right, so first line the hips up towards the left side and then open that knee. Place that right foot on the floor. You got to be pretty much on the edge of your seat here. So the right foot is completely planted on the floor. And then find that T with the arms. Sending the gaze towards that left, or that middle finger on that left hand. Give it one more breath. So come out in any way that feels stable and secure for you. You're going to bring those knees back together in front. Hands come down on either side of the hips. Let's take an inhale right here. Everything lifts up. And then exhale to find one last forward fold. So let it all go. Head hangs heavy. Take an inhale here. And exhale, slow rise, coming back into your just regular seat right here, but lengthen through the crown of the head. Let the arms come back to the lap. Take a moment to feel the connection of your feet on the floor. Check the connection of your tailbone pressing into your seat. Come back to the sound of your inhales and exhales. Notice the depth of each breath. Notice the quality of each breath. And keeping that length through the spine, just continue to take regular breaths. You don't have to extend the length of them or anything. Just be aware of the rise and the fall of your chest and your belly. Now, on your next few exhales, notice the pause that naturally happens just at the base of each breath cycle ending. So, inhaling in. And as you exhale, just notice that pause that naturally happens at the bottom of the breath. Now that you've become somewhat familiar with that pause at the bottom of the breath, on your next inhale, see if you can match it without having to actively hold the breath. Inhaling in, feeling the pause. Exhaling out, feeling the pause. Moving in this way. Begin to return to just regular breaths. You don't have to notice anything else. Notice the top of your head and the space around it. Notice the space in front of your heart and around it. Notice the space in your back body and around it. With your eyes still closed, go ahead and let yourself shimmy back in your chair so that you can find support of the upper body against the back of the chair. Keep the feet connected. Let everything just kind of return to a sense of ease. Give yourself an inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Rest here just one more moment. And when you're ready, you can slowly start to bring some feeling and movement back into your fingers and your toes and into your wrists and your ankles. You can reach your arms up over your head, stretching the fingertips up towards the sky. And then bring those palms down in front of your heart, bow chin to chest. Now close our time together with a quote by Veronica Tugaleva. She says, everything changes. The leaves, the weather, the color of your hair, the texture of your skin. The feelings you have today, whether they kill you or enthrall you, won't be the same tomorrow. So let go. Celebrate and enjoy. Nothing lasts except your decision to celebrate everything, everyone, for the beauty that is there within each moment, each smile, each impermanent flicker of infinity. And as we close our time together today, may you know kindness and may you be kind. Namaste.